Five. Four. Three. What's going on? Welcome to a little thing we call Cipher 360 with Kid and Muff. I am your host, Marcus the Kid Warren, and with me is my man Muff. How are you doing today, sir?
I feel good, man. You know, I think Cipher 360. You know, we good. Me and this dude, we real good. You know, I think of. Remember Living Color?
Yes.
Remember Cephas and Reese, and they had that small song called "We Tight"?
No, I don't recall that one.
Dude, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about.
I've probably seen it. Just
it's you know, the dude had the Jerry curl, and the girl. There was some bootleg Ashford and Simpson type of couple. They made a song called "We Tight," and it's hilarious. Anyways, I'm digressing. I know I'm too hip for the crowd, so later for y'all. At any rate, what's up?
Today, we're going to be talking about my main man. We shitted on about a year ago or so.
We did. We let him have it.
Yeah, we kind of
went in. I think he listened to us.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk about my man Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe Fiasco.
My new one, Food and Liquor Part 2.
And he's like appropriately named too, because there's always a fiasco with him on some level. Let me tell you why. The original Food Liquor comes out. He has a chance to go on the Hip Hop Honors show, and he has to do the lyrics to Electric Relaxation. He forgets the lyrics.
Yeah.
When they questioned him on it, he said, "Well, I was listening to MC8 back then." Dude, your whole vibe of your music is definitely influenced by Tribe. How you gonna sit there and say some nonsense like that because you messed up?
Well, you know,
man, and I was finished with him kind of from that point. I was like, man, this dude. Then he come out with a couple clunkers. Lasers being one of them.
Well, that's just one.
You know.
And which we went in on, and which a lot of y'all out there told us that we wasn't about shit either. So,
well, you know, he got his faithful, you know, just like how Pac got his emotional crowd. Lupe has his emotional crowd too. But I'm objective about it, about Lupe. You know, I want him to do well. I do like Lupe. And speaking of this, Food and Liquor Part 2.
Okay.
Whenever you want to get your swag back, take your best work and make it a Part 2. Apparently, that's what he did. That's what most hip-hop artists do too. I'm making an Illmatic 2.
Yeah, I think that's what we actually talked about that too. As a matter of fact, I mean that day we actually reviewed Lasers, we said, yeah, I think he's coming out with a Food and Liquor 2. We were already taking the shit on it. We were like, yeah, right, okay.
That said, though, man, I mean, first of all, let me give you an overall. I really like this album, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I really did. It's a good listen all the way through. I think he achieved on this album kind of what he's trying to achieve on the last album, Swung and Miss. And what it was is that he wanted to appease, or he wanted to be kind of heard by a broader audience. Okay. And that same audience would like this album too, but he doesn't lose his core audience with this album.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he achieved that quite well. Beat-wise, I'm not going to say he's hit or miss. It's relatively consistent beat-wise. That's what I do like about it. But that doesn't mean I like every single beat on the album, but it's very musical. Lyrically, it's insane to me because he's very conscious, and I was just telling my man just a second ago that he's one of those MCs that's able to take social consciousness in his rhymes and mesh it really well with just being a straight lyricist. Because there's a difference between the two. Just because you're conscious doesn't mean you're a lyricist necessarily.
True.
For me, lyricism is not just what you say, but how you say it, your metaphors, your similes, how you place it in, even with your cadence. That's all part of being lyrical to me, even though I'm not an MC. I don't know if you agree.
Oh, I do. I definitely
you know
agree.
What I'm saying? And not a lot of people can do that. You know, like Talib Kweli is another guy that's able to do that. You know, be socially conscious, but have witty lyricism and crazy wordplay and all that stuff. You know, use the double entendre, so on and so forth. He achieves that in this album, and I think he did a great job from top to bottom really in this album because, you know, you'll be listening to musically the album or some of the songs of the album might seem even popish on some level, but then you listen to the lyrics is anything but pop. It's very anti-establishment, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay? Very anti-establishment. So I like that whole, you know, that yin and yang thing going on with his music. Right. Okay, and he's always had that about him, and I appreciate that about Lupe Fiasco. But overall, I think it's a really, really good album. The beat is pretty musical all the way throughout. Where are you at on it?
Well, look,
speak on it.
This one made me want to do with Lasers what Fast and the Furious did with Part 2 of their franchise, the Too Fast, Too Furious. They pretended it didn't happen. I kind of did the same thing with this. And I mean, Lupe Fiasco, he kind of knocked this one out of the park. I mean, what can you say about it? I mean, with Lupe Fiasco, we say this about a lot of artists, and maybe this is why we dumped over Laser so much, is because when you come out with two great albums, and the Cool is a classic to me. It's arguably a classic, and when you come out with two very, very strong albums, and here's the thing about the two albums. Those two albums were the perfect mixture for an artist like Lupe Fiasco, or just for Lupe Fiasco, because they had the perfect mixture of lyricism, nice beats, introspective lyrics, and they even had a little pop feel to them at a time. But I mean, like you said, those pop type of songs, they still made you respect him lyrically because he still went in. It was still Lupe Fiasco. Yep. That's something that he lost on Lasers, and so I mean, not so much lyrically, because I go back and I listen to Lasers every once in a while, and it just seems that he was just trying a little bit too hard for the whole pop feel. It just seemed like to be almost a pop album for all argument's sake.
Well, I mean, to your point, we talked about this off camera, and I'm gonna let you go into it again. He went real hard on the keys.
Yeah.
On the keyboard.
Them synthesizers.
Yeah, them synthesizers, man. And a couple songs did it here, but he went hard on Lasers with it.
Yeah, that synthesizer.
Would it tell them what you related that hardcore synthesized sound? What did you relate to?
I relate to like a lot of the '80s music. Okay, it had a lot. Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah, right.
And I ran so far away. And I ran. I mean,
you press one key and be jamming off that one sound.
You know, if you haven't seen it, Flock of Seagulls, and
we date ourselves too.
Yes. Oh my God.
Flock of Seagulls. That hair, man. If nothing else, young people, look up the Flock of Seagulls on YouTube, the video. And check that dude hair out.
Yeah,
I mean, because his hair was like a symbol of the '80s, man, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I love this album. Didn't like I say that from beginning to the end, but still very, very strong album on Lupe's part. I love. I mean, he's just so smart, and he's just so. When you say he's anti-establishment, Lupe Fiasco was so anti-establishment. He had Bill O'Reilly defending Barack Obama. Did you see that interview where he went on there called Barack Obama a terrorist, and then Bill O'Reilly said, "Hey, hold on a second. Hey, we're a lot of things here on Fox.
I hate black people, but I hate rappers more."
Yeah, exactly. You know, so if you go on Bill O'Reilly and make Bill O'Reilly defend the president, then you are an anti-establishment mofo.
Yeah,
and I mean,
that's the thing about it. Well, Lupe Fiasco suffers from what Kanye West suffers from. They get so caught up into themselves. They're so damn narcissistic. They say some dumb, I want to say the S word, but they'll say something real stupid every now and then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just things that you shouldn't say. And not that you shouldn't say things that are cutting edge, but you'll say things without any real reasoning or any logical reason behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's just the way he feels about it. I mean, it's like I listened to the interview a few times and stuff like that. I just find it hilarious. But I mean, it's just the way he thinks, and it's an opinion. You know, I'm not saying I agree with his opinion in that case, but but still, dope lyricist, dope albums. And this is this third album. I don't think it's touching the Cool. All right, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely a leap from Lasers. Okay.
Yep.
So on that one, yes, Food and Liquor Part 2. Definitely check it out.
Check it out. Love the beats. Love the lyricism was off the hook. It's great. Go ahead.
Don't forget to hook us up or check us out on Facebook. We are the Cipher Crew for now.
Are we rating this or no?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that in a second. I just want to get the information.
Take care of business.
Okay.
Right, go ahead.
Hit us up on Twitter. We are Kid and Muff 44 on Twitter. We're also Kid and Muff 44 on Gmail. That's KIDDANDMUFF 44 on Gmail. You can also hit us up on Facebook. Like I said, we are the Cipher Crew. We might be changing that to Cipher 360, but we are still the Cipher Crew. So let's go ahead and rate this one.
Let's go rate it, man.
Where do you see it at, man?
I see it right now as a very solid. I'm gonna give it a 4.
You know what?
I'm going to give it a 4.
We are together on that one. I believe 4 ciphers on this one. It is great. Check it out. Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor Part 2.
Why should they check it out?
Because the cipher said so, son.
Peace. You don't stop. My man Trey, and you don't stop. Johnny Boombats, and you don't stop. My man Muff, and you don't stop. My nigga Woo, and you don't stop. Little Brooklyn, and you don't stop. Grand Jury, and you don't stop. Jay White, and you don't stop. Cipher Music, and you don't stop. We rise from the grave with the eyes of a slave. We strive to survive, rocking the mic live. No surprise that we paid. We created a trade that became a craze. It wasn't vice versa. Gave birth to a verse and baptized it in cursive. If you thirst for the real, then travel no further. We murdered the fraudulent motherfuckers and went out to get burgers. We hip hop carnivores, living by the order.